Well, hello once again, my friends, my fellow historians, and my fellow lovers of the beautiful SS United States. I'd like to welcome you to another video, and today is June 10th of 2026. As of right now, there are no updates on the court docket, and the ship is still in Mobile, Alabama, awaiting her fate. This video, the last video I had done was on the board meeting, and they were waiting for some information on the ship, the costs, etc. I'm going to refer to the meeting that took place a few weeks later on May 19th of 2026. Now, I had known about it, but I was thinking about it, and I decided to show you guys sections of that meeting. So when it comes to the regular Okaloosa County Commissioners meeting, this is from May 19th of 2026. Now, I wanted to go back to this because there's a gentleman named Mr. Perry, and he's speaking on the issues when it comes to the SS United States, the environmental issues. Now, he's referring to Hexavalent Chromium, or CR6, as well as the Zinc chromate. Now, many people, some of you may be watching, and like me, I had no idea what these were. So I want to actually explain to you what these are, so we'll get a better understanding of what's going on. And then I'll do I'm going to include the sections of the board meeting with Mr. Perry speaking. So at 29 minutes and 46 seconds, Mr. Perry was introduced and allowed to speak. He would make it clear that he wished to address the subject of the SS United States. Among the topics he would address would be permits, as well as the Army Corps of Engineers, the zinc chromate, and a hexavalent chromium, or CR6, the potential environmental issues that they would create. I will play parts of the meeting regarding these and other issues in regards to the SS United States later in the video, but some of us may not know exactly what the zinc chromate and hexavalent chromium are. Let's take a look. So, zinc chromate is defined as the following. Zinc chromate, or ZnCrO₄, is an inorganic chemical compound and strong oxidizing agent, most famous for its use as an anti-corrosive pigment. Appearing as a distinct bright yellow-green powder, it is primarily applied as a protective primer coating on aluminum and other metals to prevent rust and corrosion. This was according to Wikipedia. Now, when it comes to hexavalent chromium, or CR6, this overview comes directly from OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Hexavalent chromium, CrVi, is one of the valence states, plus 6 of the element chromium. It is usually produced by an industrial process. It is known to cause cancer. In addition, it targets the respiratory system, kidneys, liver, skin, and eyes. Chromium metal added to alloy steel to increase hardenability and corrosive resistance. A major source of worker exposure to CrVi occurs during hot work such as welding on stainless steel and other alloy steels containing chromium metal. CrVi compounds may be used as pigments in dyes, paints, inks, and plastics. It also may be used as an anti-corrosive agent added to paints, primers, and other surface coatings. The compound chromic acid is used to electroplate chromium onto metal parts to provide a decorative or protective coating. So who is exposed to hexavalent chromium? Many workers in a variety of occupations are potentially exposed in the United States. Workplace exposure occur mainly in the following areas: welding and other types of hot work on stainless steel and other metals that contain chromium, use of pigments, spray paints and coatings, and operating chrome plating baths. Where is exposure to hexavalent chromium occurring? Industrial processes that involve chromium can result in worker exposure to toxic hexavalent chromium. OSHA provides a publicly available chemical exposure health database, which includes industrial hygiene, sample results from OSHA inspections as well. This database does not include worksite inspection sample results from many of the 26 states that operate OSHA-approved state plans or OSHA consultation visits. This data provides a snapshot of the industry sectors and business subcategories where levels of airborne CRVI has been found. The industry profile tables in this website are based on the CRVI air samples taken during OSHA inspections from 2006 to 2009. While the tables represent only a small fraction of the total number of companies in their respective industries, the results can provide insight into where workplace CRVI exposure is occurring in the United States. So just to be clear, I wanted to give the appropriate definitions and information in regards to zinc chromate and hexavalent chromium. So now that we know what it is, so why are these elements being discussed? Well, when it comes to the SS United States, in order to make her lighter, to attain faster speeds, she was also made of aluminum. Much of the superstructure is made of this substance, and that is where these elements come in. So when it comes to addressing the board on the subject of the SS United States, the main purpose of this video was letting you know what the potential hazard elements are regarding the SS United States and the issues or concerns that may be attached to her. Now, whether he is right or not, I'll leave that up for you to decide. But Mr. Perry would later return to address the board at 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 45 seconds, addressing many issues such as environmental responsibilities, guidance documents, diver health, and safety issues as well. Here are the sections of the meeting that have Mr. Perry speaking on the issues regarding the SS United States that he wanted to present to the board.
All right, our next speaker is Steve Perry. Good morning, County Board of Commissioners. It's good to see you again. I'm going to again talk about the SS United States and some of the issues that I've brought up previously, and this basically revolves around zinc chromate and hexavalent chromium CR6. In some communications that have previously been part of the consulting process and everything, the Department of Army's permit, currently modified, allowing the deployment and everything, goes into very details with the Army Corps. The permittee, which is the county, must follow national guidance best practices. With that said, this is very important. The permit requires compliance with all applicable federal and state regulations, not just reefing guidance, which is one of the documents of the 5 that you have stated in your contract that you are following. There's many other things that need to be followed. I brought up some of these issues my last time I spoke. With that said, as part of the review, the Corps is taking anticipated deployment of the SS United States and the LARS into serious consideration. It's important that the United States carries a federal historic preservation obligation under 106. So this has never been treated as the Corps as merely a simple deployment as an artificial reef. It's a lot more complicated. And it was stated last time that the difficulties you had are not of your own making. Well, you're the permittee and you're the one responsible for doing this. So they are of your own making, not someone else's, not someone else that's holding you up or causing you delay and deferment. This is the permittee and the county's responsibility to do all these items. The final thing I want to bring up is the Corps has previously said the vessels reefing, distinctive matters require the guidance do not replace these federal obligations. With that said, again, I'm going to read a little bit from the comments from Dr. Osborne. Again, we had a video we wanted to present to the board. We've requested a meeting agenda item that has not been granted. We've received no correspondence back. Back on September 2nd, 3 commissioners all said, should we do some testing, something? The former chairman said 3 times on the record, we'll table this and make it an agenda item. And again, to this date, no agenda item, no discussions except for an occasional discussion has taken place with this. Again, the important thing is zinc chromate presents a significant environmental hazard when released into the marine environment because of its combined effect of both chromium, hexavalent chromium, and zinc. These coatings contained are abraded, weathered in the water column and settle into the sediment. In the marine environment, chromium exists in multiple oxidation states, 3 and 6. It's relatively immobile in 3, but 6 is very highly mobile, bioavailable, and biologically harmful. So with that said, I've got more stuff to say, so I appreciate it. I hope I get a chance to go into details with you later.
Chairman.
Sure.
Mr. Perry, last time you said that our staff treated you rudely. So I met with each one of them except for Alex Fogg. That would be Patrick Maddox, Craig Coffey, and Jennifer Adams individually. They were not rude to you. I'm convinced they were not. And I want to publicly state that because I have the highest regard for our staff and the work that they do. Now, you can disagree with them, but that doesn't mean they were rude. So I just wanted to say that I had followed up and I wanted to publicly state that because I do have very high regard for our staff and the work they do. I was not able to meet with Alex Fogg because of his schedule.
Thank you. And I said at the time, Ms. Adams and Mr. Fogg were very respectful the whole time. The problem I had was the demeanor of Mr. Coffey and Mr. Maddox toward me during that conversation.
Speaker is Steve Perry.
I'd like to just say one thing related to what I said previously. I failed to note it. Some of the stuff about the permitting and the things I said in my first speech, that was in communication from the Army Corps last October and is all part of the record. And that part was dictated by the district commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Colonel Brandon Bowman. And this is all part of the federal record, some of the stuff I said earlier. With that said, again, the guidance documents and the best practice, the guidance documents are for guidance. They don't, as I said, they don't supersede state, federal regulations and everything like that. So it's very important to understand the difference between that. I'm going to read you just a couple quick things from one of your documents. The document is for guidance only by nature. It's not regulatory. No regulatory agent is bound to use the document to make a decision and everything. So, and again, there's also the other document for the use of best practice or for materials and everything like that. These are guidance documents that tell you what you should look at and should be a part of, or, in referring to this. I'm going to read from the best practice preparing vessels for things. Your staff is using this document, but they don't seem to be fully comprehending or making use of all the details in it. The document does not comprehensively discuss the applicable legal actions and everything. The EPA and MARAD guidance document says this, but it's what's so important to note. And again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm rambling. The guidance document is not a substitute for compliance with federal law, permit requirements, or environmental review obligations. With that portion said, one of the things it says clearly is the document, because of the best practice management described in the document, are directed environmental concerns associated with using the vessel artificial reefs. Other sources of information should be used with regard to preparing the vessel from a diver safety perspective and for any other potential in-water uses as well. This 4 weeks ago, this board indicated that preparations have been completed. The ship is completely cleaned. We all know that's not true. There's a product on board called ZnCrO₄, and it contains hexavalent chromium. I'm going to repeat that, hexavalent chromium. And that is a federally regulated substance by the Comprehensive Environmental Response Compensation Act, CREA. the CER CLL 40 CFR 322 defines zinc chromate as a hazardous material, and as such, Dr. Osborne said it has no place in our waters. You have to look at these issues and consider this as important to it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, one other thing. I think you probably heard in the news, if you'll bear with me just for another 30 seconds. There was 5 divers who died in the Maldives last Thursday in a diving accident. They were there on a scientific thing, but this was not scientific. They went into a cave, 50 meters, which is about 164 feet, which is the same level as the cargo holds and the engine rooms on this ship, if you deploy it. And you guys are opening up and wanting people to go into it. The upper decks are probably safe, but down in the hull, it's no different than a cave. And people are going to do this because you're opening up and getting people in there. You do not want this to happen. I could read you stories, but you guys already know about it. It's in the news and everything. And then a rescue diver even died trying to get him out. And it was due to the effects of not coming up too fast and not embolism and stuff like that. So there's so many issues. Thank you.
All right. I don't have any further comment cards at this time, so I'm going to close the final public comment session of the meeting, and that will bring us to our commissioner's minute. I'll start with Commissioner Cox.